Welcome back to Draco Dragonborn's story. Alright. Oh, there's lots of people here. So we have Camp Dragonborn, Falgord Float, that's in Thalin. So's that one. This one here, we can't quite do yet. So let's go here. Find person we need to speak to. Darn and blast, that hurts. I hate being wounded worse than being dead. They call me the ram that batters, not the battered sheep. Draco, huh? Well, state your business. A letter from me from Belmont? Well, I tell you, how the best tax this officer the White Rams ever had can suffer to be mulling sellsword, that one I'll never understand. The roads haven't rusted, that bucket of his. If he says the shite birds are moving into Carathas, that's good enough. We White Rams owe the Ixo pain. Tell him whatever we can do. Just name it. Darn and blast, that hurts. Darn me for being careless. Those Ixo, blast them for slicing me up like a side of fish. Here now, before you go all the way back to Carathas, why not stretch your legs a little? Get those Ixis wild talons for me. They had a look of newcomers to this area. That means they won't stray far from where I saw them. The Galmora ruins. Look for a fresh kill, something big. All right, so that was quick, painless. Did me a good turn, did you? Much appreciated, Draco. I'll be paying their friends a visit when I'm back on my feet. Still, Malcock's going to tear me a new one for letting the wild talons get a jump on me. This way I can at least tell her the birds didn't live too long afterwards. Well, my adventure, may I call you Draco? I'm Irene, a tactical officer of the White Rams, and apparently a medic, for I find myself ordered to keep an eye on the slug. Oh, shit, it is a dole. So, the matter you were speaking to Isidol about. I'm certain Instructor Melcott will be keen to hear of the Ixal movements in the West. Best you talk to her straight away and make plans. That'd be it. Mia Malcott, the leader of the White Rams and instructor of the God's Quiver. She bids this day at Aquarian Spire in the north. Take Belmont's words to her. And do watch yourself. Mia Malcott's slain as many Ixal in battle as there are trees in the woods of Proud Creek. She can be scary. Waste her time with moffles or bluster and she might use you as Ixal bait. Really? I don't think she has what it takes to take me on. Who scratches at my door? An adventurer on the prowl of Mia Malcott. I am she, born to be the bane of the birdmen. I lead the white rams, an arrow of the god's quiver aimed at the craven hearts of the Ixal. I see. We must act now, right now, to stop this threat. Extended the defensive line against the Ixal northwest into Carafas will be no stroll through the wood, but how the birdies will struggle in the net. I can already hear their little necks breaking. The White Rams are stationed at Uajin Spire, ostensibly on guard duty. Oh yes, protecting the trees from the forest from the miscreants of the Ixal logging grounds to the north. Very defensive. Play defense long enough and the enemy forgets we can attack. I suppose that was the idea. But now the enemy anticipates us. Those mocking tweeting birds have sealed off the north quarter with a blockade. I spit on their cunning. It keeps me from their wee necks. I venture to take down the blockade with this bomb finger. Little birds not content to have a few more quiet moons before all bells break loose. Fine, the Ixal shall feel the ram right meow. Well, blasted, the perfect detonation. Put up your little blockades, my wee birdies, and down they go like the cradle on a bough. There'll be nothing but nothing to stand between the white rams and our prey. Korath and the Twelves Wood, busy little birdies they've been, filling their crop with all manner of juicy worms, or juicy something else. Hey now, there's a thought. They could be extracting crystals from those trees, treats for their big bird, the primal Garuda. Adventure, are you as fleet as they say? I've a letter going to Korath for Belmont, and tell that by blow he can count on us, and that he'd better be as good as a tactician as he used to be, even if he sleeps on feathered beds now with a strumpet on each side of him. And off we go. Back in one piece. Pardon me if I don't ask about the journey, but what did Isidol say? Think he can get the White Rams interested? A letter from Malkot. By the 12, the Ixal are cutting down trees in the 12's wood, and to offer the crystals to Garuda. 'Tis worse than I thought. She said that, huh? Suppose I've been soft long enough. I've eaten my fine table scraps and slept on feathered bed or two, though I won't swear to the other thing. It's the will of the 12. That's what this is. The White Rams in the 12 woods, me and Crothis, with whoever will join me. The high and the mighty houses of Ishgard can go swerve themselves. We'll stop the Ixal, with or without 'em. Oh, this is going to cost a bit to go. It's a lot quicker than anything else. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning? Oh, not here to buy? Then might I suggest you browse quietly? I am quite busy. From Edwin in Carapaz. Oh dear, my friend, may I call you that? Oh well, then Draco, there's a problem with the Cerulean, and if you think Edwin is vexed, you have no idea how difficult it is for me. Angry about Cerulean order being late, is he? Friend, pardon me, Draco, I understand his situation, I really do, and I would ship the stuff to him if I had any. The fact is, it's been my mighty struggle for many moons to procure processed cerulean from Amalji and Sons, and now they've entirely ceased doing business with most vendors. It's a hard life being the middleman. My dear man, we pay for the sins of producers like Amanji, and what do we get from them in turn? Not so much as how do you do. Edwin Squirrel is with them, not me. Just, do you know, the concern has the exclusive right to mine ceruleum in northern Thailand. They can do whatever they want. You can always try them directly. Go talk to Papa Wazoo at Camp Blue Frog. Though I warn you, he's a smug little toad. Time heals all wounds, or so they say, who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of the Dark Light Raiders into Cutter's Cry. But not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of friends I lost that fateful day. Gerald the Red and his loyal second, Abra Stillwater. Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and a jest. Our ever earful mage, Tyrion Zabron, as quick to cast as he want to temper. Thermoen Thousandgill. Never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on a sword or his coin. And let's not forget one Ilm Elson. Though it's hard to fathom now, what with the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in spring, there was once a time when bands of mercenaries were who the city states turned to when in need of a blade. The Dark Light Raiders being the biggest of them, Ishgardian. Funded forays into hellish pits like Arium Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of the devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. But so was the life of the raider. That is, until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I had stood against herds of giant buffaloes on Ogaramo, snarble infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagan from the abysmal depths of the Indigo Deep, but none of us prepared us for that horrors that we faced in Bell's Broad Holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place, but only saw one return, Cybald the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. Ah, my apologies, you did not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man, but if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. The final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with his past before departing on his journey through the seven gates. In each of the 30 summers since hello summers since escaping the maws of the terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay the proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Cybald, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it is not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my steed and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Dark Light Raiders? He's long-winded. Not much I can say. Are you as long-winded? Hee hee, why, hello there, lad. Care to make some easy go? You only need to deliver a file of my wares to a customer. I'll make it worth your while. Heavens, no. This is perfectly legit job, and I would never lie to you. It simply isn't in my nature. Now that we understand each other, take this to the gladiator waiting on the steps of Nald. Once you receive his dues, bring them straight back here, and rest assured I will know if you're even a gill short. I'm not attuned to Camp Blue Frog. Blackbrush is on the way. And Steeps and Nald are not that far away. So let's go to the steps of Nald, do what this guy would like. This is taking forever. Maybe it really was too good to be true. Thank you, sir. I've been waiting for what felt like an age, but finally it is here, my miracle draught. Oh, do you not know what this is? This, my friend, is a vial of mysterious brew called Fantasia. Legend states that any who drink it before lying down for a nap awakens with a new man or woman. My Coliseum debut is coming up, and I'm terribly nervous, so I thought this medicine might bestow me with the self-confidence I lack, and a chiseled muscular body besides. Ha ha ha! I can't wait to show off my sublinger. Take this to the medicine merchant with my compliments. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to make my dreams come true. Good, you're back, and with my payment, I expect. Every last skill accounted for, I knew you'd be right for the job. Now for your payment. What? But what's this? A friend of yours? I can't say I recognize him. My client? You mean the Lilliputian gladiator? Who's to say? I have no way of proving that man was indeed my client. But if you would state your curiosity, I believe I can spare you a file of your own experimentation. Now my business here is done. We'll meet again someday, though whether you recognize one another is less certain. Hee 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 hee. Dude, if you think I'm changing my character, you're out of your mind. Alright. This is Cutter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. And you hear that? That sound like the woofing snort when a fire catches? That's the Chimera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right on in. If you're that certain of your ability to make it out of it one piece, just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Ah, you promised old Sybold the Stoic, did you? He's what's called a man of principle, he is. A little too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when when you've a wife at home, big with child, the tale goes that rather than facing the fate spun by for him by Nemea, he hid beneath the mangled bodies of his leaders and watched his companions were torn apart one by one, all so that he might return home to see his son born. Should have died a hero rather than lived a coward. Was being able to see his son worth having a boy grow knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with such a similar decision, would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now you know the true reason. I'll never step into that cave. I'm not scared. Okay. As normal, there's our way out, but we're not going to use that. That's the way out. Here's our way down. Alright, so off we go. I see no chest, no nothing. No treasure. Okay, there wasn't anything for us pretty much to do there. And here we go. Okay, so more dead. And here's some treasure. It does nothing for me, of course. I'm thinking what we want is probably down there. But how do we get there? We haven't been this way. Looks like possibly up that way, but I want to go this way first. And before I go in there, I'll let nature call. Okay, now it's the Chimera. Bye bye, Chimera. See a green check over here. Oh, I know what that is. That's the melding materia, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and I can't do that yet. Into the eye of the storm is there. Hold for customer support. All right, so I want to go towards hold for customer support. And who are you? Adventure. No, I don't remember ordering any, and I would remember something like that, saying as I'm the employee of the moon of the ninth time. Thank you. Now, I'm listening to the Scruffy Man. An inquiry about process cerulean shipment from Singa to Aldal. Interesting. So, we may have a shared problem here. As unlikely as it sounds, we would love to ship cerulean, but there's far too little of it coming out of the plant. I suspect thievery, a little skimming off the top. Furthermore, I suspect the porters. I was just going to keep an eye. Wouldn't you want trouble with the labor confrontations? But you are welcome to doubt and question them. And I used one problem to solve another. Brilliant. Ranger's hat. Yes. Tortoise shell scale armor. That's nice. Ranger's tunic does not help me. Does not help. Ooh. High mithril blanchard, but I can't wear it. Woolen trousers don't help me. That don't help me. The shoes don't help me. got something I need to do. I need to go into the armory chest. Where's the one I have? In my hand. Oh, do. Is it actions and traits? Duties, traits, roles. Extras. Minion, mount, companion, chocobo, inventory. Duties, logs, travel, party, social, system. Thought it dealt with. This is what I want. Want to meld. So, aim. Alright, so I'm not allowed to. Okay. Let's see if there's a materia person around here. Dylan's journaling? 1. I ought to punch you in the face for impugning my reputation. 2. You think I'd still be here with my arse out in the wind if I'd made off with that kind of loot? We'd be doing honest work out here with all manner of nasties just yelms away. You doubt my words? Go check the ceruleum in the barrels. Ain't nothing missing from what's in the books. Goblins drinking ceruleum? Now I've seen everything. Well, I guess I don't need to get me a champion from the Confortunity. That's a relief, but we'll have to make an extra trip to the plant to make up for what those cursed toppers put down the hatch. Interesting. Goblins. No, I definitely didn't order any. Do we sometimes? We do sometimes, though, for business reasons. Everybody does it. Shush, you can stop talking now, too. So I'll have to hire guards for the whole area. And oh, an idea: raise the price and call it a special security surcharge. Anyway, the ceruleum must flow. No more delays in shipping. Another brilliant coup by Papa Wazoo. Oh, is that a feather from my cap? Why, thank you very much. So you can tell Siga the shipment will be there in a few days. Unfortunately, there'll be a wee increase in price. Security surcharge. You know, everybody does it. I'm going the wrong way. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning? Oh, it's you, Draco. Talk to Papa Wazoo? Really? He said a matter of days. So, my dear man, you tell me they're shipping what's owed me, but charging more for it. I wish Amanji and all his sons the joy of my gill. I hope it gives them gout. Do appreciate you sorting this out with the put talk, Papa Wuzu, no less. A discerning middleman, such as myself, will certainly remember you for future commissions. Thanks to you, I'm able to make my cerulean shipment to Carathis. That's a load off my mind. A middleman has not but his name, you know. Headed back to Camp Dragonhead, I assume. Tell Edwin to start laying out his vats, for that's how soon he'll have his ceruleum. He won't take my word for it, though, since Papa Uza made a liar of me by tearing while goblins drank my shipment. Take this to Edwin as a token of my apology, and don't you sample any. Oh, oh, wait. Dang it. Didn't mean to do that. While I was here, I could have found someone who can meld materia for me, since I'm not high enough level to do it. And I don't remember there being anyone here that had that ability. Why, yes, I'm Professor Lambert. Beg pardon, you wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals? Truly. Well, nothing will give me a greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow man of science. Sober is to find a yellow. Find a fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit who lived, whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at his at first impression, yet possess an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand, did you say you wish to conduct field observations, but to harvest corrupted crystal? Ye gods, man, at least take the necessary precautions so that you don't suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Though your ignorance is somehow enduring, lucky for you, I have precisely the means by which the inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystals you seek within this warded pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effects. Though I suppose you'll be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of ether at High Bridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. How many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. What have we here? A containment vessel. Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertian. You thieving knave, I shall call for the. Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then you must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightly deserve. Oh, from joyous day, Kalhukale, that I shall be chosen to guide this man. Yes, I ha Seko, greatest Professor Lambert's pupils, shall see to that you successfully query your query. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning well for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by calamity has blessed us with the bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that you not but a perfect piece will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths amidst the flowing waters of the murderous mere nights lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster, place it within the warded pot, and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads to the Burgundy Falls at the base of the burning well is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. Good God. Some of these people talk like the wind. My cat put his butt in the guy's face. Good kitty. Listen carefully. Adventurer Quoven and Bandits have kidnapped several high-bridge residents and are looking to sell them ophthalmology for tampering. Once a person has been tempered, the soul is lost, the body transformed into an empty husk which answers only the commands of primal Ifrit. We must stop this foul dealing and rescue the villagers before they're taken back to the Bowl of Embers. is down there that it is. But how do I get down there? This to me is up. I don't want up. I want down more. Welcome back, Chloe. Yay! Alright, so we just got the corrupted crystal, now we gotta take it to where we have to go. And I don't feel like going by foot this time. Nope, I'm playing 14. Uh, no, I haven't played 15 or 16 yet. I see you've come galloping back. Have you the crystal then? What a prestigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertine will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. I'm not sure what Expedition 33 is. I've only played 14 up to this point. Before that, it was 1 through 10. I'll have to look into it. My keen stellar senses tells me you've obtained a corrupted crystal, am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal, it is as you desired, the corrupted crystal overflowing with wind aspect ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind aspected ether? Oh, dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hahasako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, man. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You'll doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldesion. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I'm a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bald as to claim that level of expertise. Are you all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you. from your task, you're still corrupted crystal to find. Uh, Quick question. I saw here that you literally have nothing in your About Me section. I mean, you don't familiar with your character custom panels are, or you don't considered ever. I've just started streaming. I thought I had a little bit in the About Me, but I might not. I'm still learning as I go. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Luskia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Luskia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Haha, now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was Western Laconia, Feral Sirius, on the Isles of Umbre, to be precise. Can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalaman's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Alport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and don't forget to take your makeshift worded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. I will look into it and give thoughts. I'm just starting, as I said, and feeling my way around the best that I can. And we need to go to Alport. I would look, but right at this time, I don't have money to spend towards stuff like that, so I'm just doing the stuff that I best can do on my own with limited funds that I have as a single parent. Okay, it doesn't look like she's in here. Is she on the roof? Yes. Ah, corrupted crystal. Sir, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be darned. Professor Lembian did send you. Beg your pardon. It seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sienna, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you to seek me out. Indeed, I'm an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in. Oh, God, just listen to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. Well, right now, most of my money is planned out, and if there's something that I want, then I usually try to find ways to save, and it'll take time. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Paracirrus is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Fortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you'll have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets? I've all but given up at this point. Okay. Ah, you startle me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What with the fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isle of Umbre, just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Thank you. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbre? Bloody bells, lad. Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. It looks like it's up. Oh, that looks like a symbol for down. So maybe it is down. The Isles of Umber? What interest have you in that God's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Parasirius, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. doesn't mean don't want to go there. You guys are all scared of ghosts. They don't bother me. Ah, Draco, you returned. Tell me your findings. Really infested with undead, you say? That is very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isle of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous, owing to the abandonment of Parasirus. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard of a man named Skyfred, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him and my steed? He is rested after all, so I'm somewhat re- reticent to approach him myself. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Tell Mimidoa I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or, or or you could release me. Yes, yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me. Let me go to her. What did Skyfriend have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care much less he misses his favorite bar lunch, but what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's the turd who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him, and he's wandering hands. Another initiate, are you? No, Then what are ye? Speak up, son, I can't hear ye. Huh? Bugger me. Is this what I think it is? Nah, it couldn't be. You found this? You say, where'd you say you found it? Skyfriend, you say. Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but sounds like there's not left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh Cyrus, he was. Company sent me to supervise a lot of 'em. Weren't getting work done on their own. See, half of 'em walked off, half of 'em ran off, and half of 'em up and vanished. What's that? You'd be looking for passage to Isle of Umber. Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mamadoa. Tell him how our land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sellswords and let 'em sort it out. But y'all do in a pinch. You will? Show this parchment to the skipper and he'll see you there and back. I'd offer to ferry you over to the Isles Umber, but access is prohibited at the moment. Okay, so is it highlighting item? Oh, I've got to go tell her first, don't I? Dang it. Trying to skip her. So you went and had word with Mamadoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfriend superior? I find that hard to believe, but this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it's a relief to work with such an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you'll make on the Isles of Umber without me. Fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you must insist, I will go as well. By 12 of my witnesses, if you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrible abomination, I shall come back and haunt you. And with that, I'm going to call it and pick it up tomorrow. So enjoy, everyone. May the dragons protect and watch over you.